Hello and welcome to this session on medical confidentiality. Medical confidentiality refers to the concept of doctors maintaining all the information related to a patient received during the course of a treatment, a professional secret. So, why is medical confidentiality important? Have you ever wondered? Let me tell you. Patients routinely share sensitive personal information with healthcare providers such as doctors, pharmacy, hospitals, etc. If the confidentiality of this information were not protected, patients would not feel comfortable enough providing any such and any all related information. If the confidentiality of this information were not protected, patients would not feel comfortable enough giving any and all related information. So maintaining patient confidentiality is one of the fundamental duties of healthcare providers. The obligation of confidentiality prohibits the healthcare provider from disclosing information about the patient's case to others without permission. It also encourages the healthcare providers and healthcare systems to take precautions to ensure that only authorized access occurs. Patients have the right to privacy. If any healthcare provider breaches this medical confidentiality, they may face professional and legal sanctions. The duty of confidentiality continues even if the patient stops seeing or being treated by the particular doctor. It even survives the death of the patient. That means if the patient passes away, their medical records and information are still protected by doctor-patient confidentiality. Does this mean that the right of medical confidentiality is absolute? Let us take an example. A young man, Narendra's blood tests positive for the HIV antibody. Despite advice to the contrary, he wants to marry. What should the doctor do? NACO published guidelines of HIV testing in March 2007 mention that if a physician knows that a seropositive individual is endangering a third party, the physician should, within the constraints of local law, do the following. Attempt to persuade the infected patient to cease endangering the third party. If the persuasion fails, notify the authorities. If the authorities take no action, notify the endangered third party. Some other cases where the doctor-patient confidentiality may be compromised include where the disclosure is required for the purpose of administration of justice, such as malpractice or negligence cases, workmanship compensation case, and when demanded by the police on a written request. Patient's interest, health insurance purpose, medical research, and public safety are some of other exceptions to medical confidentiality. Currently, legal implications related to breach in confidentiality are increasing. Remember that confidential information concerning individual or domestic life of a patient and defects in the disposition or character of patient during the treatment should never be revealed, and unless they come under an exception to medical confidentiality. That's all in the session. Hope you enjoyed the discussion on medical confidentiality. Thank you.